Raymond G. Carter Stadium, and anytime the TCU Horned Frogs take the field, they have a standard, a legacy to live up to. One that was established by the likes of Slingin' Sammy Baugh, Davey O'Brien, and LaDainian Tomlinson. What a showdown we have in store. A couple of Big 12 teams squaring off in what could prove to be a huge game. As we'll see, the Colorado Buffaloes taking on the #1 team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Colorado's offense takes the field to start this game off. And here he is, guys. Anytime he takes the field, he is in complete control of this offense.
And, David, he gives defensive coordinators nightmares because of his ability. They're going to have a hard time slowing him down.
No, he just doesn't have those weaknesses, those flaws, the whole playbook available, and he is a dude.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He'll pull it on the read. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Looking for a gap. It's Morrison. And the Buffaloes are stopped, but not before getting the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. And the Buffaloes come to the... fresh set of downs. Little touch pass to the receiver. Pirouettes away from the defense. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
How many ways can I make you think, right? First drive, out the gates, get into my playmaker, going full speed across the formation with a touch pass. You better be able to adjust to it. Then when you adjust to it, I'm going to have an adjustment to your adjustment because I'm always right. I'm an offensive guy.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Comes out throwing on first down. Makes the catch. It's Morrison. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. This crowd knows when to bring it. A first down run in the red zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He's looking to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Smashes it between the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Horned Frogs offense will take the field for the first time. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll try to run for it. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. To the air, it's Boone. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. And the Horned Frogs look to keep this drive humming. Firing to the right, complete.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. The Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. This one's complete. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And the Horned Frogs have taken it inside the 20. Working that left side now. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace, QB making good, smart decisions, and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They'll give it to him again. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy on the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Past the sticks, and he may get more. Oh, look out! They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
Well, we talk a lot about quarterbacks having to make the right decisions in the pass game, reading coverages, et cetera, but how about in the run game as well? On these zone reads, on RPO-type plays with the option, knowing when to keep the football and making that decision quickly. You saw it.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable top 25 clash. NC State was far from the friendly confines of Carter Finley Stadium, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking for a man, it's Boone. Makes his connection. Tackled immediately after the catch.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. I'll admit, I wondered if they were just lining up to try to draw them offside.
Me too. Whenever you line up in your own territory, you're thinking, no, I'm just going to draw them offside. A lot of times, by the way, it gets the defense to kind of relax for a second. But you can tell they had a plan ready to go. They knew they were going to be aggressive.
He's looking to throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Going to the running game. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Oh, they had the screen all set up on first down, and he couldn't make the catch. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, TCU! A great catch and run for 6. You want to keep your offense on the field? Wear down the defense? Put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up a touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been pumped the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Buffaloes send out the punt unit. Hauls it in, looking for space. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Looking to throw, it's Boone. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Got his man. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. They'll run this play from the pistol. The run to the left. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. A shot toward the end zone, and he's got it! Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
I don't know what play they called, but I would call it again because the defense had no idea what was going on. Receiver comes wide open, catches the football, and gets the easy touchdown.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing out a little bit.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. All wideouts, no backs. They'll throw it on first down. Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
The play-action fake. Finds the tight end. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, running back gets to give.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Looking to throw on second down. Quickly to the tight end. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. And the Buffaloes with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Setting up the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. It's a draw. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Field goal is good. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll go to the ground. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him one. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give out of the gun. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Boone. Fires to the right. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. First down here for the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle, it's Webb. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Looking to move it through the air. Throws for the tight end. It's complete. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. The Buffaloes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Colorado.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Got him downfield. He's off to the races. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Caught behind the line. It's Camarda. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. You want to be physical with the quarterback, but you can't give up those roughing the passer penalties. It's 1st and 10. Gets it out quickly. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. This is a tough one. A 3rd and long from this part of the field. They can, though, pick up the first down. From the gun, wants to pass. Might be looking to run. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. That is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a single. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Fort Worth. And you know, in a day where the spread option and air raid are the offenses of choice, how nice is it to see the 3 yards and a cloud of dust approach? Although we've also seen some runs go for a lot longer. Physical offensive lines coupled with great backs is like a throwback to the olden days, and that's refreshing. And with that, back to Amon G. Carter Stadium and our outstanding broadcast team.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They'll open the second half on the ground. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. This time they'll go to the running game. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. After picking up this first down on the ground, let's see what they do. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. He leaves it with his back. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Feeling some heat. And they pick up just 1. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals. Yeah,
because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Quick pass on the jet motion. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. Looking for a productive play on first down. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that more.
Across the 25, he's got room. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. And the Buffaloes line it up with a 1st and goal. A designed run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Buffs! They take the lead with the 6. An impressive display there gets him 6.
Yeah, don't worry about throwing. This guy can run, too. Such a great dual threat. And when this guy lowers his shoulders, you can see he can do whatever he wants and get in the end zone.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. The give to the back. It's a fumble on the play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Offensive.
Timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The Horned Frogs headed quickly to the line. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Here comes the hurry up. On the ground, it's Weir. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, no surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Boone. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Horned Frogs will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it. back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of it.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And they sniff that draw out. With a draw unit, you really have to sell that pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field. But the defensive line, the defense was not biting it. You could tell they were ready for it. Came, got on the running back, got him on the ground quick, fast, and
time to take a shot. And that pass picked off. Taking it the other way. A dangerous cover man and a dangerous return man after the pick as he gets it all the way to the 44-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They've got the screen set up. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. He wants to throw. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Grab behind the line. It's Camarda. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. They'll try to pop the draw. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. And the Buffaloes will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Slips through the line. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They get it down to the 35 before he's stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Scanning the field, it's Boone. They're working that left side. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. The Horned Frogs pick up the first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Looking to go up top on first down. He caught it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Fast motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. First down here for the offense. Quarterback on the keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. A full dive to haul that one in.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
He wants to throw it again. Fires on the move.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
With jet sweep pass. Smashes through. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Oh, the attempt is no good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. The give from the gun. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. 9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Handoff to the single back. And the Horned Frogs will move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. The Horned Frogs moving quickly to the line. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Trying to get to him. And the junior was late on the release, and he threw it behind him. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Get it out on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. The best way I can think of to describe this cat, he's like a human get-out-of-jail-free card. He'll make it work no matter the circumstance.
And so as a defense, Reese, I mean, you've got to be aware of what this guy is doing at all times. I mean, if he's not just staying in the pocket and he takes off, you've got to have bodies flying to the football and stop worrying about these wide receivers because this guy is dangerous with his legs.
Lining up for the PAT. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome. And certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. On first down, here comes this offense. He'll start this drive firing. He makes the catch. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
The Buffaloes come to the line in the hurry-up.
We just have not called this guy's name enough. He's one of the best receivers in all of college football, and that was only his 2nd catch. I think that's a big reason why they're trailing this much in this game so late. They just have not been able to get one of their biggest weapons involved as often as they needed to.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And the Buffaloes will have it 1st and 10. He looks that one in nicely. They get him down after he makes the catch. The offense in hurry-up mode.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And the Buffaloes are threatening on 1st and goal. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offenses have just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.